Hey, Paul McAndrew from the Wellness Station. So today, whenever you're looking at this, in your reality time, we're going to address, remember there's 3 different aspects of the videos we're doing on the Wellness Station right now during this challenging COVID time. Challenging, but yet lots of opportunities coming forward. People are finding out how they have changed their priorities for how they want to live their life. Many of us are realizing that we have more time. We have more time to FaceTime with our grandkids. It's fabulous. So the three aspects of these videos are 3 F words: function, fitness, and fun. So today I'm going to follow up what I did the other day with the standing, lifting, bending, reaching, with a variation on a very classic lesson. And you're going to start to notice a pattern with this approach, which is very Feldenkrais inspired. I'm a Feldenkrais practitioner, I'm a physical therapist. As you can see by the color of my hair, I've been doing this for a while, for a long while. And today, what we're going to be addressing is a classic physical therapy exercise, which I learned over 50 years ago in PT school, physical therapy school, called bridging. I look like a bridge. I've lifted up my pelvis. I've got a base of support at my feet. I've got a base of support up on my shoulders. But the reality is that is an incredibly limiting movement, both physically, psychologically, and relative to nourishing the joints. When are you ever going to move in that shape? Never. Almost never. But what you are going to do is you're going to move into various shapes similar to that. So for example, if you're lifting something, I'm going to demonstrate this kneeling. And this relates to the lesson that, look at the last lesson for bending and lifting and using resistance for doing modified squats. Okay, you're bending and you're lifting. Well, is something always directly in front of you, or are you typically lifting for that, reaching for that, reaching for that, reaching for this? And so what we're going to do today is there's 3 different ways that you move in your spine. Your side bend, that's one of the 3 ways. Count them. One of the 3 ways that you move in your spine. You side bend. You're moving around an axis that goes front to back, like someone shot an arrow through you, and you went like, no sweat, man. Okay? The second way is that you flex and extend. You fold in and you open up. You fold in and you open up. That's around an axis, folding in and opening up. That's side to side. Can you picture it? Spinning around this. Now, what do you think is the 3rd basic way that you can move in space? And by the way, life is a combination of all. Well, what we want is that life is a combination of all of those 3. As we get older, people get more and more limited, start to move like that. Okay? What's the 3rd way? I have to focus on getting 1, 2, 3 fingers up. What's the 3rd way that we move in space? We rotate. Long axis, head down through to the pelvis. And sometimes we rotate in tricky ways. I might have the head going one way, chest and pelvis going the other way, etc. Okay, so basically what I'm saying is that we move 3-dimensionally. We don't move linearly. That just isn't how we move. When we start moving like that, we're indicating that we're older, that we've gradually limited our movement to smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller boxes, and we start to realize that I'm not very comfortable. Well, why you're not comfortable is because you're not nourishing your joints. You're not moving the way you're designed to move. Okay, so tonight, fitness. Those of you who want to be stronger, those of you who want responsive we really don't care about strength per se. What you care about is that your body is responding to what you want to do. Whether you want to throw that ball to your kid who's, 25 feet away from you, or you want to make that movement in the playing basketball, or you want to lift up your grandchild, whatever it is, you want responsiveness. You don't really, truly think about or care about strength. I mean, you care about strength only because it's a concept. The key is not strength per se. We need strength, but the key is actually that you have a responsive body to what your intention is. I want to pick up my grandchild. Boom! I have the proper neuromuscular response moment by moment, giving me what I need. Okay? So it's not, now I am a physical therapist, but I'm going to tell you that physical therapy is very... Somebody's calling me. Hold on. Sorry, missed call, which is good. So physical therapy is, how do I say this charitably? I am a physical therapist. I'm proud to be one. I'm also disappointed that the profession of physical therapy has not allowed itself to go beyond thinking in very, very limited linear terms. Now, I'm going to get lots of feedback, lots of pushback on this. Great. I want to open up a discussion about that. That's besides the point to some degree. So what we're going to do tonight, and I'm going to do this in a moment, I'm going to demonstrate a variation on the bridging exercise, which is a perfect exercise to some degree to strengthen the buttock muscles. But we don't just want strength. We want responsiveness to what we want to do. Look at my hands. They are strong enough, they are flexible enough to play an incredible Chopin piano sonata. I don't play the piano. Therefore, you are not going to hear from me with strong hands and flexible fingers. You are not going to hear a sonata by Chopin or by Three Blind Mice, because I haven't trained my brain to make that happen. So the responsiveness is not there. What you're going to learn in this approach, through this, the Wellness Station's approach to fitness, is how to engage your body in a way that your brain, with its intention, and your body, with its responsiveness, match one another. You see a basket out there. You have a ball in your hand. You're dribbling it. You put it up in the air, and it goes through. That's the action responding appropriately to the intention. The intention and the action are accurate. Okay, so lay on your back, push with your feet, and roll your pelvis. So you're rocking your pelvis towards your head, down towards your feet. Your tailbone comes up, your tailbone goes down. After you've got a really relaxed relationship to that, remember, the most powerful things are done well because people have learned how to do them in a refined, relaxed way, not with stress and strain. You see this in the gym all the time, stress and strain. They think the more effort they put into it, the more they get out of it. Unfortunately, totally wrong. So, now begin to push with your feet, raise your pelvis. Begin to feel one vertebrae at a time, spine like a chain. If you could imagine your spine like a chain, you're lifting one link at a time. So at home, what I'm doing right now, you might spend at least, at first, 15 minutes doing, at first, so that you begin to get a sense of, come here, Hello, my little friend. You begin to get a sense of one vertebrae at a time coming up off the floor, one vertebrae at a time in reverse order coming back down. Okay? So once you've done that, you've spent some time with that, then the next thing is lifting your pelvis and sending it. In this case, I'm going to send it towards you. A little bit over to the right. It comes up and over a little bit to the left. Now you're starting to move the way we do in life. Not like some train going down tracks that has no other option. That's a linear motion, very limited, not at all interesting, no fun. At least not as much fun as when you start to whoop, whoop. Okay, so what that looks like is this. Now you're going to notice that I'm purposefully rolling my head opposite. That's a natural response to keeping my balance, counterbalancing what my pelvis is doing. And what's really important, and I'm going to switch around, I'm going to spin around. I want you to notice my knees and relative to my feet. Very, very, very important. Never pointed out in your exercise programs. Now, am I trying to put down everybody else? No, not at all. Will I acknowledge that I'm frustrated by what's put out there by people who are well-intentioned, but are putting out stuff that are causing people to stress and strain themselves? Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, yes. Try 50 years of oh my God, yes. Okay, you heard that enough. All right, so when you watch my knees relative to my feet, when you lift up and you go over to the side, your knees stay over your feet because you want a direct line of support from your base of support, which is mostly your feet there. You don't want, listen, 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 you do not want this. That's your brain not being able to differentiate the pelvic side of the hip joint from the thigh side of the hip joint. Now, once my brain knows that my pelvis can go left and my knees can, relatively speaking, go right, then I have this beautiful alignment and my knees are incredibly happy. So go ahead and play with that. Now, when you go side to side like that, up and over, eventually what I do is I do one leg at a time, crossing one leg, coming up and over, etc., to increase the resistance so that my hip muscles, my torso muscles are getting stronger. And I'll also put a light weight on my abdomen. So check it out, have fun. And this is another episode in how to take care of yourself at home with body resistance. And in fact, you may never end up wanting to go back to the gym. Now, nothing against the gym. I'm just saying that you might actually realize that, oh my gosh, there's so much that I can do in a fluid way that doesn't require machines. Okay, stay safe, keep your distance from others, in your home with your loved ones, lots of hugs, lots of love. I love you.